Well, hey class, I know, it's weird. I'm inside our classroom. Pretty strange. Actually, I walked in here and it was kind of eerie, kind of scary a little bit, just because it's like right how we left it. So there were like still pencils out. If you guys, well, you can't see it, but the date on the board still says March. There was work that I was ready to pass out to you guys, so it's a little bit, almost kind of creepy being in here. But I was bagging up all of your guys' stuff, so just so you know, you guys will get information about that. But at all of your desks, I'll show you at the end of this video. But at all of your desks, there are bags with all of your stuff from your cubbies, and your name is on there. So I kind of went through, organized all that, put that in there for you. So you should just have to come and grab them. But you'll get more information about that. There's a lost and found bin that is very full that you guys should have to go through. But then also, if you had a library book in your cubby, and I'll show you a picture here, but if you had a library book in your cubby, I have returned it for you. Okay, so I went ahead and make sure that I turned that in for you, just because we're not going to be back this year. And the next time you guys are here, you guys are going to be 6th graders, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, I wanted to go ahead and read today's chapter. This is where I would be normally reading to you guys if we were in the classroom, so kind of sad. But I wanted to read you today's chapter, and then I'll kind of show you guys a couple of things as well that you need to make sure you're mindful of when you come to pick up your stuff. So, Chapter 46, April 24th, 1943, Warsaw Ghetto. Evening slowly approached, following a horrible, endless day passed in a literal haze due to the thick smoke around us, an unyielding, suffocating blanket. Fire roared from nearly every building within my sight, some with flames consuming whole floors at once, and some buildings where the flames had already hollowed out everything but the brick walls, leaving them as empty shells. I stared at the one where I'd hidden after leaving the tunnel, where I might still have been if Pilzer hadn't warned me to leave. I was in another building now, one of the few in this area not already on fire. I knew that was a risk, that it was surely one of the next targets for their flamethrowers, but it had offered me the best angle to continue to attack soldiers on the street. So from a broken second-story window, I'd fired the last of my ammunition, and now I was waiting for an opportunity to escape and join the others, if there were any others. An hour passed, and then another. But whenever I looked out, SS soldiers seemed to be everywhere. I had to wait and hope this building would stand for as long as I was in it. The SS was using the street in front of me as a collection point for captured Jews, both unarmed, civilians, and resistance fighters. The people were separated into 2 groups. Most of the civilians would live another day on their journey toward the death camps. The other half, mostly the fighters, would die here. At this point, I didn't suppose it mattered which group they were in. Not really. And if I didn't get out of here, they'd find me too. I crept to the main floor of the building, preparing to leave through a hole in the side of the building. A 10-meter gap separated me from the next place where I might hide. I waited for a distraction, taking advantage of the horrible moment that I knew was coming for those on the street. When the soldiers lined up with rifles aimed at the resistance fighters, I ran, faster than I thought possible, considering my injury. But still, not fast enough. "You girl!" I didn't turn around, but I knew the soldier was shouting at me. I'd been spotted. Shots fired in my direction, but they hit the building, somewhere over my head. I turned around only long enough to see a handful of civilian Jews back on their feet, fighting with the Nazis. They attacked them for me, as a distraction, giving me a chance to live, knowing what they'd done would cost them their lives. The piercing shots of gunfire were the last sounds I heard before darting into the next available building, parts of which were still on fire. I hurried through it, choking on the smoke and dodging falling planks of wood until I found an entrance to another tunnel. I hoped the Nazis hadn't comprised this one too. I climbed down inside, closing the latch overhead before too much smoke filled this small space. Then I curled into a ball, wrapping my arms around my legs and trying to keep my thoughts together. What now? Should I go left or right or back to the surface? In the end, I didn't go anywhere. because I didn't know where to go. I had no more ammunition, no food or water. I didn't know where Yitzchak was, or Esther, or any of the leaders who might yet have another strategy. Except there were no other strategies, and maybe no more leaders. It felt like the Sigonary attack all over again, when I was left alone with no idea of what to do next, only this far worse. I closed my eyes to consider my options. There were no more options. Nothing I could do to help save the Jewish people, or to save myself. Hardly a comforting final thought before I fell asleep. So, short chapter. We only have 3 chapters left, 47, 48, 49. We are so close to the end of this book. I've really enjoyed getting to read it with you guys. I just wish you guys were here. We were in the classroom learning together, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that chapter. And I'm going to show you around a little bit, just so you guys know what to expect when we're handing back your stuff, what you're going to be receiving. So let me pick up the phone real quick, and I'll show you. So what I have done is I have gone through and bagged up all the stuff in your cubbies. I made it nice and neat and organized, even the books that you guys have. And like I said, if it was a library book, I have returned it for you. Okay, so don't worry. If you had a library book, I have returned it for you. Okay, so once you guys get word, you guys will be coming back by to pick up this stuff. And like I said, the lost and found bin is very, 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 very full. There are tons of water bottles in there, all kinds of stuff. So make sure that you come and pick up your stuff, all right? When you get word of how and when and where and all that stuff. I might even be here waving at you guys as you come by. But like I said, look, this is crazy. Kind of scary, but the last time we were here, I was supposed to write a big 14 right there. It's been quite a while, but anyway, I hope you guys are having a good week. All of your stuff is taken care of. We've only got a couple weeks left of school, and then we're right into summer. And just keep chugging along, keep doing your best, and hopefully we'll see each other soon. So talk to you guys later.